Hi guys, I hope you've all had a good week and been trying to keep yourself as busy as possible. I know it's difficult in these trying times, but I hope you're all staying home, staying safe and staying well. So for this week's cookery, we're going to make jacket potatoes with either a cheesy tuna filling or a cheesy bean filling. And of course, again, all recipes of mine, as you know, can be slightly adapted or tweaked to add different ingredients. So for the first one, we need jacket potato sized potato. For my tuna one, we need either some natural yogurt or sour cream. 2 tablespoons of tuna, drained, ready to use, and a matchbox size piece of cheddar. Now I will use half of that cheddar in this mixture for half of this potato. And then on my other half, I'm going to show you the cheesy bean one, which will be the other half of this potato, the other half of this cheese, baked beans, and that's basically it. So nice and simple, not too many ingredients. And of course, we've always got the optional chili flakes if need be. So what do we always do? The very, very first rule of cookery, as always, please go and wash your hands. I've just washed mine, but now I'm hoping you're all rushing off and doing yours. Once you're back with me and your hands are nice and clean, we will start. Our very first job is we are going to microwave our potato. Everybody's microwave is slightly different, so I'm going to put mine in for 7 minutes because I know if I microwave this for 7 minutes, it'll be nice and soft but not burnt. So you just pop it in the microwave, simple as it is. Pop it in, and then you're going to microwave it for 7 minutes. Maybe yours will be 6, maybe a little bit less. Just keep checking it. Once it's all cooked and soft, once it's tinned, we'll take it out of the microwave and let it cool down. So my microwave's just tinned. I'm going to take the hot, please be careful because the potato is now quite hot, or very hot really. We're going to take it back and we're going to just get the sharper knife. You will need a sharper knife and you'll need a couple of mixing spoons. I've got some mixing bowls and a baking tray and your cheese grater. So you're just going to be very careful. If you're not confident, you can always ask your grown-up to help you, but you're just going to cut the potato in half. Now steam will come out because obviously it has been cooked. Please make sure you're careful with it and let's leave it to cool. Whilst that's cooling for a couple of minutes, I'm just going to now go and turn the oven on to warm up, ready. So again, on my oven it's 200. You may need to speak to your adults to find out what is a good temperature for yours, but an average temperature between 180 to 200 is what we want. We just want to start to preheat the oven. So we come back. Whilst that's cooling a bit, I'm going to grate my cheddar cheese. Now this, like I said, because I'm going to do 2 different flavours within my one potato, I've only used actually 1 spoonful of tuna, 1 spoonful of the yogurt and 1 spoonful of the beans. On the recipe it says 2 spoonfuls because that was if you're going to do it as a whole potato, but I'm going to show it to you as half and half. So with this cheese and my 2 bowls, I'm actually going to put half of my cheese in each bowl. It's not rocket science, we don't have to have it exact, we just need a rough division of half. So half goes in that bowl, half goes in that bowl. Of course, if you don't like cheese, you can just leave the cheese out. Or if you like more cheese, you can add more cheese. It's entirely up to you. In fact, I'm just going to take a tiny pinch of each one of those out and just leave them there for the end, which I'll show you at the very end. So that's the 2 bowls of cheese for the 2 fillings, and you can see I've left a tiny pinch of each cheese there. In this bowl, this is going to be my cheesy bean potato melt, so that one goes in there. Straightforward, simple as that. Pop that in the sink. This one is going to be our tuna cheesy melt. So, tuna in. Either natural yogurt, sour cream, whichever you can get hold of. If you really can't get hold of either, it will still work because the cheese will bind it together, but we quite like it creamy in our house. So, and on this one, because I'm eating this, I am actually going to add a few chili flakes because I do like chili with tuna, but totally optional, as I always say to you guys. So leave that spoon to rest there. With the cleans, I'm now going to scoop, carefully scooping your potato out without trying not to rip the skin. Now, if you do rip the skin, it's not the end of the world, it will still hold. But we're just going to carefully try and get all our potato out, or as much as we possibly can, keeping the skin as intact as possible. I need that so you can see better what I'm doing. So we're just scooping, scooping, scooping. That's one shell, and then I'm going to scoop the other one for this one. Carefully just get the potato out any which way you can. And please do be careful because the potato is hot. Remember, you have been microwaving it, so it has already been kind of cooked. So that's kind of like our two, what I'd like to call boats, our potato boats. So now I'm just going to give this a really good mix in, really evenly, so all the cheese and the beans and everything get mixed in together. Now obviously we've got more filling in than what potato we took out, so you're going to have to pile this up rather than, it's not going to fit back in neat and flat as it was because we've actually now got more filling. But you can use your fingers, pat it all down. It's nice and fun because you've washed your hands, you can get your hands all gooey. Keep patting. Keep patting. And that's why I left a little bit of cheese off. I'm just going to sprinkle that little bit of cheese on top. Now I'm going to carefully lift that and place it on the baking tray ready to bake in a minute when I've done the other one. The beans one done, we're now going to do the tuna cheesy one. So now we're going to move on to the tuna and cheese one. Again, give this a really good mix in. Making sure it's all evenly mixed. If you like sweet corn, you can always add some sweet corn to this. If you like chopped onion, you could always chop onion. If you're not keen on tuna, you could do it with ham or chicken, or really any ingredients you've got at home, but this is just some ones that in our family we all like to eat. So again, we're going to pile up our mixture. Patting down until we go. Obviously remember to wash our hands in between each different potato. And again, that little bit of cheese I left at the end, we're going to put that on the baking tray. Now, we're now going to pop that in the oven for about 10 minutes or until all the cheese and it all starts to bubble and be all nice and cooked. So I'm going to pop that in now and we can leave that. I'm going to keep checking it, so I'm going to start checking it after 5 minutes, but I think in my oven it'll probably take 10 minutes, so we're going to let them bake up and the skins will go crispy. Right, so I actually decided I left my potatoes in for 15 minutes because I like them nice and brown and crispy on top. So we're just going to get them out. Always use either a tea towel or an oven glove because obviously the baking tray is very hot. Again, if you're not confident doing this, you can ask your adult to do it for you. So we're going to get them out. They look absolutely yummy. Bring them over here using some sort of flat spatula. You can hold on to the edge of the tray like this. You just have to lift them up, plop them on the tray. And there you have it, your lovely cheesy bean melt potatoes and your tuna cheese melt potatoes. And they are going to make an absolutely delicious lunch. So guys, I hope you are all okay and I really hope you are keeping busy. I'll be back next week with some more recipes. And in the meantime, don't forget to check out the St Andrews webpage. They've got lots of ideas and things for you to be doing and activities. And we are all missing you, and each day is another day nearer to us all getting back together at club like we should be. So take care guys, see you soon.